Hello, all. I hope you've had a good day. I work today. Boy, oh boy, what a day. I thoroughly enjoy working in the public. I thoroughly enjoy meeting people, conversating with people, having genuine conversations, acts of service, acts of kindness. I enjoy uplifting those around me. When I see that, I can just feel their energy. I can see it in their face. They're just feeling heavy. Like, those are things that make me feel good. They make me feel good. Like, those make my heart smile. Like, your heart is meant to smile. Your heart is meant to love. And for some reason in this beautiful world that we have been so graciously given by God, they go out of their way to take out the ability for your heart to smile, for your heart to love. They really do. Given the circumstantial events that are happening around us, and in return, it's affecting all of us. It's affecting all of us in different ways, whether you want to say it out loud or not. I was having a conversation with a coworker. My honesty, it is what it is. I understand it. I say things that people want to say, but they don't say, and that comes with a heavy hit. A heavy hit. I know that. And this is what I have to say to all those on the road, not staying in your lane, all the men, sometimes there's women, but generally speaking, it's men. All right. If you are a man behind the wheel of whatever car, right? If it's a marked car, if it's a police car, if it's a whatever car, fill in the blanks. And you find it where you're driving on the wrong side of the road or swerving or being obnoxious to instill fear into someone, let alone a woman. Let me tell you, this woman is not the one that you're going to meet with fear. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. Like, that happened to me on my way home. I'm like, dude, just drive me off the road, man. Just drive me off the road. You'd be doing me a favor. You'd be doing me a favor. But nobody can because, they don't want that on their back. They don't want that on their back. That's why they do everything in the back. It's all to instill fear. It's all an illusion. And it just came to me. I was like, dang, that's so true. That's so true. But you need to ask yourself, what kind of man are you if you're doing that? What kind of man are you? Where's your heart? Where's your integrity? Where's your honor? Where's your moral compass? Where's your moral code? And how do you treat your loved one? That's what I'd like to know. If you're in this country and you're a man and you're using tactics like that to instill fear into a woman, into their family, into their child's life, what kind of man are you and what are you doing to your family? And you need to ask that on the world stage, quite frankly, with all of our little officials. You need to ask yourself, what kind of officials do we have leading our country? Because they're not upholding honor. They're surely not. They're surely not. I'll have conversations with anybody when it comes to my opinions and my feelings when it comes to DeSantis. I'm really disappointed in him. I'm very disheartened in him, particularly with what I've been through in my little great state of Florida. And I voted for him. And it's just a pure fact of what power and greed does to you. I mean, the whole 10 million, they can sit here and they can scheme it and plan it and, divert it and all that, but I don't give a crap. I know exactly what happened. And then for her to say it's a cherry on top, like, come on, man, you don't talk like that. People don't talk like that if they have God in their hearts. You just don't talk like that. You really don't. It's just not in your nature. First of all, you wouldn't even take 10 million from anything if you're in that position and give it to your wife's nonprofit. You just wouldn't do it morally. Morally, it doesn't make sense in the first place. So that's my thoughts on it. You don't have to agree with it. You don't have to understand it. I appreciate your views. Please appreciate mine. That's where I stand on it. I am not very happy with him. I'm very, very disappointed. Potential spam calling me. Yeah, he's a spam, all right. Go figure. I go to try to clear it and all that. But anyways, I know he's untangled in all of this in some way, shape, or form, just like everybody else in their own mama, in their own way, because everybody's got their hands in a pot. Because of why? Blackmail, dirty secrets, coercion, extortion, embezzlement. I mean, this is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is, and it is what it isn't. People want to know what I know? Well, come ask me. Come ask me, or just keep sit back and watching, because you're never going to know what I'm going to say. That's the beauty of it. You're never going to know. That said, it came to me today for entertainment purposes only. I had this beautiful lady come in. Beautiful lady. And we were conversating. She was asking me how my day was. And I was like, it's going all right. You know, just living the dream. Living the dream here and so her and I got to laughing. And by the end of it, she said, hang in there. We need you. That made, I about almost started crying to hear somebody say that. Hang in there. We need you. That's why I get up every day. You know, everybody always has something to say in the back when it comes to my purpose, my testimony, my calling, what they've heard, narratives, this and that, chosen, anointed, prophet, whatever. Everybody's always got something to say, okay? However, nobody has any idea the pits of HELL that I've walked through and that I walk through on a daily basis. But I think people are kind of waking up to it, right? And so to hear somebody say that made my day. It really did. Because I'm not going to lie, the last week, just with the tension and the energy and just the bull crap, it just gets old, guys. It just gets old. And I know many people in the collective community, many people in the chosen community, many people in just communities in general are feeling the tension of it. It's heavy. It's heavy right now. And everybody's feeling it. It's so easy for people to hate and judge instead of just take accountability. Nobody wants to take accountability, so it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger until it just blows up. You know, I'm going to make another video regarding this because I had some things come to me. Where's my phone? I have another video I'm going to make on that, but I'm going to work on some other stuff the next day or so. Individual thinking. That came to me. Individual thinking. I think we've been so conditioned to not think for ourselves, and not allow ourselves, our thoughts, to decide our decisions and our actions, because we've been so manipulated in our thoughts in reference to whether it's the white picket fence or just in general, politics, this and that. That's where all the division comes in, right? But when you start locking into your being one with yourself, loving yourself, forgiving yourself, getting to know yourself, you start connecting with your own thoughts and your own way of thinking. And you don't allow the exterior world to sway your thoughts, because you are who you are. You think how you think. You feel how you feel. And nobody has to understand it. Nobody has to like it. You have to understand it. You have to like it. That's it. That's it. And if you know you're being a good person, you're treating people right, you're walking in your truths, you're walking with morals, values, ethics, integrity, kindness, patience, empathy, grace, unconditional love, unconditional forgiveness, yeah, you're good. You don't need anybody else to, tell you can't think like that. You have to be this way. We want you to be this way. No, I don't think so. I don't think so at all. It's just not something I entertain. And more people need to get to where they connect with their individual thoughts. Because it's important. Otherwise, you're going to be swayed down roads you don't want to go. And you'll make decisions that you don't want to make. And it'll creep up on you later on in life. Because that's how God works. God is entangled in everything. He knows everybody's hearts. He knows everybody's souls. He knows everybody's thoughts. And he knows what you do. He knows what you do. So whether you run from it, you hide from it, he still knows. I listened to Candace Owens' episode, and there's this one clip that really spoke to me. I'm going to put it in my next video, but that was one thought that came to me. Another. Rebuilding brick by brick. Rebuilding brick by brick. Man, I love rebuilding brick by brick at this point. It's all I know. It's all I know. And you got to look at it like this. You just start with a clean slate every day, brick by brick. Do the best you can do with the day that you have. The best you can do with the day that you have. At this point in the venture, that is good enough. Good enough. Hope is in the heart.